Great to be here. My name is Lola Oduba. If you have not subscribed to the Expose TV, you better start doing that now. It's not an order, it's just an appeal. And let's grow this channel together. For all those who are just joining Expose TV, Expose TV is a lifestyle channel where we come to motivate, inspire, show you the latest trends, talk about the things that are happening around our environment, and of course, we're just that channel that wants to make you a better person. We're a lifestyle channel. My name again is Lola Uduba, and believe me, it's an honor to be in front of your phone, your screen, wherever you may be watching from. I hope that life is treating you well. Today's topic delves into something deep because it is what affects a lot of women. Now, if you're a man, it's not saying that you shouldn't come and watch because it can help you to navigate those emotions that your wife sometimes has and you cannot explain. The experience today, believe me, and the topic today is going to be beyond the break. Women rising above motherhood. Now, when we say beyond the break, what are we talking about? Really, we're talking about a woman who is not yet married. It will now get into women who are married and how you can navigate just after the marriage, motherhood, and everything, the experience that we women go through. When you're a single woman, you tend to have those big dreams, those big ideas that you just want to go out and achieve. And most of the time, you really go out to achieve. When you have a plan, you just execute your plan. You have it all mapped out. This is how I want it to be. This is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to do it. And you find yourself doing those things you want to do. But believe me, after marriage, not for everybody. After marriage, you now find that some of those plans tend to slow down. For those, as I said, it's not for everybody. Remember I said that. For some women, it's not like that. You just, go back to work after 3 months and, continue your work and then just, at most, maybe you put the child in daycare or you put the child in a crèche or you get someone at home, a nanny to look after the baby for you and then you come back for work and then continue where the nanny has stopped. Now, not everybody has that opportunity. For a lot of women who are entrepreneurs, who are business women, who are self-made women, who are just women who are doing their own thing, who are trying to, put their life together, not under maybe an establishment per se. You find that after marriage, you tend to now slow down. For some, I still say that word. You tend to slow down. Why do you tend to slow down? You tend to slow down because, of course, the baby is there now to look after. The home is there now. It's not just you again. It's you and some other person that you have to care for. It's you and a husband that you also have to, most of the time look after. Most of our men are big babies, as you know. But then, what is the world without having a man, in your life just to make you happy? Not that that's the only thing that should make you happy as a woman. Your goals should be your number one priority, aside from the family. So basically, what I'm saying in essence is that you find that for some women who are struggling, with trying to maintain that professional outlook and the personal outlook, what happens is that one of them suffers. Most of the time is the professional outlook, which is the professional career that you had before marriage. Now, this is why we are here, because of course, we're here to try and tell you how to come out of that rut, because a lot of women are in that rut whereby after marriage, everything just stands still. You just find that you cannot, getting your groove back is hard. Getting your groove back is something that seems like, wow, how do I do this? How do I come out of this? What am I going to do? Now, for some other women who are there are some women like this. There are different categories of women, as you know. There are some other women also that, remember, their husbands will be the one to say that, oh, I don't want you to work at this time. I just want you to take care of the home. I want you to take care of my child. I want you to take care of the family. Then, of course, there are those kinds of women as well. But for every woman who is in that circumstance, or that situation rather, I want to say that I hope that your husband advising you to take a break from work has settled you. Yes. When I say settled you, I don't mean humongous amount of money, but it has a certain allowance that it gives you per month. Then aside from the certain allowance that he gives you per month, he also has something that he has done for you in your name, so that God forbid, you can fall back to this. Because you find that a lot of women, we're not saying here that marriages will fail, but sometimes marriages can fail. And then you now find the woman who's there not doing anything. She can't cater for herself, she can't cater for her children. The man has maybe sometimes gone on to marry somebody else. Now you want to make sure at this point, if the man insists that you stop work, he should give you a good allowance. This allowance should not be the one that you will use to run the house or the home or the feeding of the child. It should be something that should be almost equal to what you were earning, if not more than what you were earning, so that you can have a savings plan to, of course, guard against any eventuality that may come out of it. You just don't sit back and say that, my husband has said I should not work, and then, he's promised that he will do this for me. Before you even stop working, let him do those things that he wants to do for you, so that you don't run into problems. You're thinking about your children. You're thinking about the family. You're thinking about everything working out together. So it's a holistic experience. It's a whole experience. It's not just saying my husband said I should not. No, you must think about your future and the future of the kids. Even, God forbid again, you couldn't have a situation whereby the man unfortunately maybe falls ill or falls into an accident, or he's not able to provide for the family again. And then, it's all of these savings and all of these allowances that you have gotten that will then begin to take care of the family until you are able to, step in and do what you're supposed to do as a woman. Now, back to the original conversation. The original conversation we were having were those women who are struggling, who do not know what to do after childbirth. Of course, when they are in that stage of motherhood and they have kids running about and they find themselves not really doing anything and they are a bit tired. This is that stage where a lot of women are confused. This is that stage where a lot of women even become unattractive to the man. Because at the end of the day, when he finds you not doing anything, in most cases, he tends to relegate you to the background and not take you as seriously as he took you at the onset of the marriage, when he found you young and bubbling and really doing something. This is that stage where you really need to keep yourself, where you need to make sure that you reprioritize your mindset. You reprioritize yourself as a human being. You reconnect with who you are. Now, please do not forget that who you were before marriage is not the same as who you were after marriage and after children. Because obviously, the experiences that you have gone through have shaped you up, have grown you up, have changed your outlook to life. You had no care in the world before. Now you have a care. You have a husband, you have children. This is that point where you now need to relearn who you are as a person. This is that stage where you now reconnect with your passions, those things that make you happy, those things that make you want to live another day, not the ones that depress you and tell you, I'm not doing anything, my friends are doing this person is doing this. Because at that stage, you begin to compare. And at that stage also, you begin to, if care is not taken, depression sets in. Because you have all these children pulling at you, you're not doing anything. You're tired. And that is where a lot of women now let go. They let go of themselves, let go of their looks, let go of everything that matters to them, and just stay on the point. And before you know it, 20 years down the line, you have stayed on the point with no progression. For women in this category, where of course you have lost all feelings of importance, what you need to do at this time is assess yourself. You do a self-discovery program about yourself. What makes you happy? Who am I at this stage? What do I want to do at this stage? What am I talented in? What am I blessed with? Maybe natural talents I've gathered over the years. What else can I do? What more can I do? Not what else can I do. It shouldn't be what else. It should be what more can I do? And it must come from the inside. Because if it doesn't come from the inside, what happens is after a while you get tired. That's why I said you must do a self-discovery program to assess who you are as a person at this time, because who you are is not who you used to be. The experiences that you've had over the years have shaped you to become a better person, I hope, or a new person most of the time. So once you do that self-discovery program, you assess what your needs are in the present time, you assess what you want to achieve, you assess where you want your future to go to. You now discover again your passion, those things you are really passionate about, those things that you do effortlessly. Once you are able to do that, you of course reconnect again with those passions of yours. When you reconnect with those passions of yours, you now set an example. What is the example for? The example is putting yourself in the mindset of who you want to become, how you want to get there, what you need to be able to get to where you are going. Because at that point in time, you need a different mindset. You have stayed at home for a long time. Of course, you have gone through things that you should not go through. You have gone through maybe some things that are nice, some things that are not so nice. So you need to reconnect and have a different mindset. A mindset that says, I am positive. I can go back out there and do it again. Until you believe in yourself, nobody's going to believe in you. So you must have a different mindset in coming out, in setting new goals for yourself, setting new aspirations for yourself, telling yourself I can do it. Because if you wait for anybody to tell you you can do it without you believing yourself, you will probably fail along the line. So you need to assess yourself, to tell yourself, I've been at home all this while, but I can do this and I will do this. A lot of women have done it. A lot of women have done it in their 40s. A lot of women have done it in their 50s. A lot of the women are still doing it in their 60s. A lot of women are still doing it today. They are going out to conquer. For those of you who are just joining us, the topic for today is Beyond the Break. Women rising above motherhood. If you're someone who has been in the house or in the home for a long time, it's a session to encourage as many who are watching right now to know that you are not in a secluded position. There are many women like you who are mothers and who have taken a long break or a short break from their careers. So we're just trying to reconnect with who we are, reconnect with our passions after children, reconnect with the new person or the new version of us that we have become, because we have grown in love, we have grown sometimes in tears, we have grown as a person to become who we are now. So until you reconnect with who you are now, and then it now drives you on who you will become next. So once you do that, of course, you now do what? You build support systems, because on this journey, it's a journey that you cannot do by yourself. Once you have reconnected with who you are as a person, you know what drives you as a person, you now build support systems. You have a mentor, someone you can look towards, someone that can encourage you, who has gone through this process as well, who you have seen come out of the rut and come out again to achieve. You build support systems. These support systems are to encourage you when you feel that, I'm just going to go back. Because believe me, it's hard sometimes, especially with children pulling at you. This one is mommy, 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 mommy. And then you now begin, or your husband saying, oh, could you do this? Could you do? And then, responsibility, the family unit, just pulling at you. And then, you sometimes just want to give up and just lay back and say, please, I don't want to go on anymore. At this time, you need a support system, whether it's friends that believe in you, whether it's a mother, whether it's a father, whether it's someone or a mentor, or best of all, people who have done this, who have come out from these kind of things. If you can find, that would be fantastic. You build those support systems to encourage yourself. A group of women, encourage yourself train yourselves, retrain yourselves, relearn what the world is talking about, the technology of the day is talking about. You begin to get involved in what is happening in today's world. Do not let it go. Do not let yourself go. Again, you now prioritize self-care, because over the years you probably have maybe left yourself. You haven't taken care of yourself because of pressure, because of demands, because of so many things just pulling at you. So what you want to do at this stage is now begin to prioritize self-care. You prioritize taking care of yourself, your skin, your health, exercise, put yourself in places that are happy. Put yourself, always try and put yourself in places that are happy. Once you are able to do that, of course, if your prayer life is good, you adopt prayer so that God can, you can have God. You pray to Him every day. Tell Him your desires. Tell Him what you want to do. There is a living God, and He answers prayers. So what's what you want to do? Prioritize self-care. All of this is prioritizing self-care. Have a place that you meditate quietly. You are meditating not to be alone. You are meditating to be able to refocus your brain, refocus your mind, refocus yourself. Away from the children, away from the husband, away from the demands of life, so that you are centered as a human being. Once you do all this, go on, achieve your dreams. And again, if you're just joining us, it's been my pleasure to have brought all this to you. It's a weekly show, so you'll see me every week coming to talk about one topic or the other. If you're a woman who's struggling to out there and who's just struggling to get herself together, you can do it. And for all of those who are just joining us, the program has been Beyond the Break, Women Rising Above Motherhood. You can do it. I'm an example of a woman who has risen above motherhood. If I can do it, it's still a work in progress, and I am doing it every day, putting in that work just to make sure that where I was before I got married doesn't end. What I am going to become, even from now on, will be greater than whatever I achieved back then. Till next time, keep your dreams alive, keep your hopes alive. My name is Lola Oduba. Like and share for women who are going through stuff. Follow us on all our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and here on YouTube at Expose TV. Like and subscribe. Again, see you next time.